Hey, good morning. Last double-digit mile run before we get to Austin. Let's hit it. Run, done. Let's see you inside. Peace out. What's up, everybody? Andy here. Wow, I just completely butchered that what's up. Anyway, if you can see on my handy dandy training calendar, today's the 13th. 1 week. 1 week. Less than 7 days. I'm filming this on Super Bowl Sunday. It's February 13th. It's like 2:47, I think. That's what the watch says, in the afternoon. So less than a full week's worth of time until we toe the line in Austin. I'm gonna give you the heads up right now. This video is gonna be a little bit of long, just like talking head stuff, because we're gonna talk, here's kind of the map. We're gonna talk about the week that was, week 2 of the taper, today's run, week 3 of the taper, the week that's coming. And then we're just going to go through, not really race strategy. I haven't really decided exactly what the strategy is going to be yet, but we're going to talk about race gear and some nutrition. And it's going to take a little bit of time because I'm kind of in a like either or situation on the gear. So part of it is if you have any suggestions, I would love to hear them. So real quick, okay. The week that was, we just wrapped up, as of yesterday, week 2 of the taper. It ended up being like 46, 48 miles. I don't remember exactly, but it was a 15-mile long run a week ago today. And then every other run, looks like the longest day was like 6 miles during the week. Basically a rest day on Wednesday. And a little bit of ice skating thrown in if you follow me on Instagram. A little bit of ice skating thrown in yesterday, just kind of for good times, right? But anyway, that's the week that was. I'm pretty pleased with that week. If you remember the first week of the taper, I really overshot. I went like 68, 69 miles, which was way too many for me. So this was a good step down. And the week that is coming, I think we're right around like 28 to 30 miles before race day is the plan. And this is my little... I keep like taper comparisons. For those of you who don't know, this is Austin's gonna be my second ever marathon. Chicago was my first, so I have like my in black the Chicago marathon versus what I've done here. This week, I really felt that I nailed kind of the last week all together going into Chicago, nutrition, taper, all that sort of stuff. So I'm planning on just copying what I did going into Chicago. So the week that is coming, including today, 12-mile run today. 5 tomorrow, 4 on Tuesday, Wednesday complete rest day, 4 on Thursday, Friday a rest day, and then 3 on Saturday. And because it's in Austin and we live here in Chicago, Friday is going to be the day that we are flying down there, kind of in the middle of the day. So plan on getting up, doing some like kind of dynamic stretching, probably use like my compression socks on the airplane. And same thing when I get there, maybe some like dynamic movement stuff, not actually running, just get the legs loose. But that's why the Saturday morning 3-mile shakeout run is going to be so important, to just wake the legs back up after like an airplane flight and a travel day. So that's what we're looking like going into the week. And now each of these runs, the way that I kind of like to do them is they are mostly like easy low heart rate running. with like a mile or two or like little segments at marathon pace. Not, I mean, ideally marathon pace and marathon effort, kind of the same thing. But just working on some turnover, and then during the week we'll toss in some strides, just trying to keep the legs like active and alive and all that sort of stuff moving forward. Let me grab another thing. Sorry, I have like, if you can see down below, I have like stuff here and here and here and here, and I'm going to be grabbing the various stuff, so I apologize in advance. This is my little like running diary. If you've been watching the channel, you've seen it before. You know, I keep like takeaways from my races, marathons, 5Ks, all that sort of stuff. And going into, Austin, I almost called it Houston. Going into Austin, have like kind of everything planned out. And so this plan is based off a 3:12, which is about a 7-minute and 20-second per mile pace. I think, you know, if everything clicks really well, I think that I can do a little better than that. I think I'm 3:08, 3:10, but 3:12 I'd be extremely happy with. That'd be like 11 minutes off of my PR, so it'd be great. So, you know, I've worked out what I want my nutrition plan to look like the day of the race. And so going through kind of that real quick. So I am a fan of Morton, and I have, at least for like race day and a few long efforts to kind of, you know, get your body used to them. I also am a big fan of Science and Sport, so I use Science and Sport and Morton throughout the training, Morton through racing, and then I just take one of their boxes and, you know, just make the list. And so I have everything like already planned out and set aside for Austin. And basically, it's like every 4 miles or so, we're taking a gel, and it basically goes like normal Morton, calf, normal, calf, normal, calf, back and forth until the end of the race. Also, I like to take a gel about 15 minutes prior to the race and be sipping on a water bottle for like now 30 minutes or so, an hour leading into the race. So that's kind of the main deal. One of the things, and I'd be curious to see if you have any thoughts or comments, leave them down below in the comment section. So in the Chicago Marathon, I think that I did really well on the energy portion of nutrition. Meaning, I don't think I ran into a glycogen debt. I don't think I hit the wall. Had good energy, felt good. But I definitely lost too many electrolytes and weren't able to replace them. Some people will focus on gels with like higher electrolyte counts, sodium, potassium, and so on. Other people will take like a salt tab. And so I've used salt tabs a little bit through training into Austin. Frankly, I've been kind of lazy and have forgotten to take them with me on my long runs since the beginning of January. And I don't really need them on the long runs. I'm not cramping or whatever. It's more just like taking them to see if the stomach can handle them. But the environment's going to be a lot different for Austin than it was for Chicago. In Chicago, it was like 72 degrees when we started, and like by the end, it was in the mid-upper 70s. Austin, let's see right now, is currently shouldn't say set, it's the weather, right? Is currently predicted to be probably about 40 degrees at start time. It's a high of 70 on the day of the race. So if your start time's at 7 a.m., so if we're shooting for roughly 3 hours, heck, we'll just say 3.5 hours. So from 7 to 10:30 is like the race window. That means it's probably going to go from like 40 up to probably like 52 to 54 degrees versus mid-70s. So I don't know that I'll lose, I don't know if I'll sweat out as much like sodium and potassium as I did in Chicago. So I don't know if I need the salt tab. So I'm kind of on the fence about that. So that's question one. What are your thoughts about that, right? I definitely cramped up, and I don't think it was from fluid loss because my weight didn't drop that bad during Chicago. I think it was from electrolyte loss, the electrolyte fluid mix. So nutrition, Morton gels every 4 miles, rotating 2-to-1, normal versus calf, and maybe a salt tab. Okay, now let's kind of transition into gear. We'll start up top and go down. So like I said, it's about 40 degrees at the start. I'm not going with a beanie, not going with an ear warmer. It might be a little chilly, but I will either go with this running hat or just like a hairband. Obviously you can tell, still got pretty long hair. We'll decide what we do with it after the race, but I'm leaning more towards the hat. So pull the hair back into a ponytail or man bun. And by the way, this is the Nike Tailwind. I don't know if you can see that. It's the Nike Tailwind running hat. I really like it a lot. It's pretty lightweight. It wicks away moisture pretty well. And I like this because it is supposed to be kind of sunny, so helping shade more than anything else. The other nice thing about this is while it does wick water away, you know, compared to just this little flimsy, I shouldn't say flimsy because it holds pretty well. And the brand is like Poshy. Just got this off of Amazon. There's the brand, works well. While, you know, having nothing on your head is going to remove water the quickest, the headband is going to be faster than the hat. The hat, for a hat, removes water pretty quickly, but it does retain a little bit. So like in Chicago, I dump water onto the hat. But the nice thing about this is, right, obviously it's like all running hats, it's adjustable. So if I decide that I hate that it's too hot or I don't want it anymore, I can take it off and latch it onto somewhere else. I actually left that in another room. Kind of ties into nutrition. I'm skipping from the head down to the waist. I'll come back to the upper body. I wear a classic flip band. The shorts, both shorts that I might run in, don't have really pockets. Not a lot of them. So use the flip band to carry the gels. So the hat, I can take it off and just strap the adjustable part of the hat around the flip band and just let it dangle, which I've done before. These gloves, hold it up, just West Jackson. So I work in a building on West Jackson Street in Chicago, and in the middle of the winter, they were just giving random gloves away. So these are my throwaway gloves. I'm gonna wear them at the start of the race, because like I said, it'll be like 40 degrees, and then as soon as I'm done with them, I'll either take them off, tuck them into the flip belt, or if there's a place that's like collecting or disposing the toss away gear, these are going away. So also, like I said, it's 40 degrees. I'm gonna wear a tech overshirt. I actually just ordered some from Amazon. It's a company called, I think it's 32 Degrees. They supply at Costco. It's like 2 tech shirts that are actually kind of nice. This is not the brand, but they're fairly nice tech shirts, and they're like $4 a piece or $4.50 a piece. So I'm going to take one of those. It's going to be the overshirt, the throwaway layer, while we're waiting for the race to start. Okay, so now it comes like, not really sure. So my 2 options are, because I like both of them a lot, I have the Chicago Tracksmith, or, you know, edition, Tracksmith, racing singlet. I don't remember exactly which name it is. I don't think it's the Cortland, but anyway, awesome racing singlet. Or I also have the Nike Aeroswift racing singlet. I'm leaning towards the Nike. It's what I raced Chicago in. It's what I raced the St. Louis Turkey Trot in. Just because I've done full races in it, and it feels good basically the whole way through. Fits well. But we'll see. I haven't completely ruled out the Tracksmith. Same 2 brands are battling out for the shorts. I have the 5-inch Session. I think this is the Session short from Tracksmith. Very comfortable, pretty lightweight, but it really only has the one like big zipper pocket in the back. Which really isn't that big. Like I have a Google Pixel 5. It's a tough fit, so anything bigger than that is a problem. And interior, there's just like the one little key pocket in the liner. So not enough to fit the nutrition, the gels, or anything like that. So either the Tracksmith, and again, I think this is the Session short, not entirely short, or the Nike. This is like also like the Aeroswift shorts or something like that. It's from a couple years ago. Lighter, more breathable, 0 pockets. Not even the cell phone pocket or key pocket. Oh, I guess there is a key pocket in the liner. I'm leaning towards the all Nike gear setup. Let me know if you have any thoughts down below. One, I kind of like the aesthetic, right? Like you've seen in my videos, I like the blackout look. I think it's fun. I think it looks cool, and that matters a little bit. Which also brings me to the socks. So these are the two socks options. These are features. It's their comfort, like ultimate comfort line. Or these, which is what I have been racing in. It's a brand called Xperia. Just like a local running store had them, and I really like them quite a bit. They are definitely thinner. There's less like cushion than the features here, but kind of going with the all black aesthetic. And finally, the one thing that's not up for debate, pair of the OG Nike Vaporfly Next Percent. I have a marathon and 2 5Ks in here. So 3.1 to 6.2 miles plus, 26.2 miles. You probably heard me drop the shoe in these shoes. So what's that? 26.2 plus 6.2, so 32.4 miles in these shoes. Soles still felt pretty good last time that I wore them, which was Thanksgiving. I know that soles can degrade a little bit just from sitting on the shelf, but I don't think that that's that big of an issue here. Really like this shoe. If I was getting another like super shoe, it would just be the Next Percent too. But that's the shoe. Last thing. These are my Gooder glasses. I don't know if you can, yeah, you can see the ring light, but I don't know if you can tell. Let me hide my eyes. They're worn out. So I don't know if you can see, like around the edge is the worn coating. And these were like, what were these called? Whiskey Shots with Satan. And they're the black matte. They had like an orange gold tint, which I really, really liked a lot. But they didn't have those in stock. So I just ordered a new pair of Gooder glasses. And these are called Vincent's Absinthe Night Terrors. And they are also the matte black, but with like a green covering on them. So these are going to be the racing glasses. I've also run in the Nike Tailwind before, but the nose piece fell off on my pair, and I haven't been able to find a new nose piece for a price that I want to pay, right? But anyway, that's kind of the gear, right? Like I said, the week ahead, we have the last week of the taper, and then we have travel day on Friday, and that's it. And then we'll be in Austin, so I look forward to seeing you all there. Thanks. I know this was very long. I would really like your all's opinion on the different gear choices. I'm leaning in one direction, but I would be interested to hear everyone else's thoughts. So, probably one more video. Again, we'll try to do I'll try to make it on Wednesday. It'll release on Thursday. We'll talk more about race strategy. And then I'm going to try to get footage this weekend. It's, you know, while my main objective going to Austin this week is to run a pretty decent marathon, we also have a good friend group showing up. And so that's like a close second objective, is just like having a really good time with good friends of ours. So I don't want to be like terribly intrusive with the cameras and all that sort of stuff. We'll try to get some footage, and we'll try to put together a cool post-race video. But for now, thank you so much for watching. I told you this one was going to be kind of long. My apologies for that. 1 week to go. 1 week to go. Thanks for coming along for the ride, and I will see you later. Bye.